1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, rock. 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, rock. 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, rock. 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. But don't forget about the forbidden 0 o'clock, rock. Hello, welcome. Welcome to the Video Game Valley. It's a beautiful day today, a perfect 72 degrees out. We're continuing and finishing Kentucky Route Zero on the PC today. Kentucky Route Zero, we're here at the end. Final chapter. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, rock. I love singing that song, but just keep... I just keep counting up. I just never stop. I'm still going to this day. How y'all doing today? Hope you're doing okay. Hope things are going well for you out there in this weary world. Got a delicious, nutritious tea with me. It's delightful. I could say it's whatever tea I want to say. You'd never know. I could lie to you. I could call it one name, even though it's not that tea. You would have no way of verifying this information. Adam, thank you for the $2. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello to you too, Adam. Hope you're doing all right. Could be coffee. It's true. Could be a delicious coffee. Alright, we're gonna get started. Act 5. Act 5. Scene 1. A town. Oh yeah, I did miss a super chat. Malfazar, thank you for the $2. Said a hip hop, the hippie to the ham ha Jason. My goodness. That's a lot of H words. Thank you, Malfazar. I appreciate it. Malfazar, thank you also for the $2. Via the 90s CCTV installed in your room, it's coffee. It's definitely not coffee. That would make me cough too much. Coffee makes me cough too much. Just give me a minute. How did this all fit in that truck? It's so bright. How are you holding up? It's a beautiful morning. I think it rained. Rained a lot, I mean. The worms are going to be out for sure. You ever heard a worm sing? You must hold your ear to the ground. It's very soft. The worm song is completely unique. So, where is 5 Dogwood Drive? Right, no idea. Maybe we should split up? It's a nice morning for a walk, but a bit muddy. And we're playing the dog now. No, actually, technically, we're playing this Firefly that the dog is chasing after. Oh, poor horse. Poor horses. 2 horses died in the storm. It's a dang shame, that's what you call it. Oh, it was a cat. So, distressed meow. Cat's going. Sorry, I forgot. I remembered this being a dog, but no, it is a cat. What do you know anyway? Sorry, I'm just upset. You're right. Can't believe I misremembered this cat as a dog. I think it's because I've been thinking about the dog from this game. Poor horse is so not too sad. No, I think it should be happy. Right. It's a remembrance. Right. Like a monument. Totally. So they should be represented with dignity and respect, of course. Of course. But not to the point where it makes everyone feel like they have to be serious when they're standing under it. Does that make sense? No, yeah, it definitely does. I think I have an idea. Great. I'll just dig in. Thanks, Marianne. Happy to help. Think it'll rain anymore? No. I don't see any clouds. Heck, it'll probably rain anyhow. Just our luck. Oh, really? He thinks it's gonna rain again tomorrow. Nah. I don't know, man. Animals have a sense for the weather. This might be the most colorful this game has been. Yeah, very intentional art direction here. A croak reverberates inside the smoker. Paints and chalk in the small bag. Diary in the large bag. Stuffed dog in the small bag. Photograph of Chris in the large bag. No, in the small bag? Sandra couldn't decide. Should she keep the photo of her husband, or should Alex keep the photo of his father? Chris had been gone for 3 months. Everyone was saying he'd deserted the community. Deserted. Before Fraser, people just left. When had it become a referendum on loyalty? A heated disagreement in feedback circle, like the one Fraser and Chris had, was just a healthy argument, not a betrayal. But now... She set everything down, closed her eyes, massaged her temples, and wondered, not for the first time, how Fraser had consolidated so much invisible power so quickly. How had he done it? Had he in fact done anything at all to claim this incredible lattice of influence? Or had they simply, blindly, given in to him? So this area is a ex-company town that got deserted by the company. Completely unconnected to any other roads. It's just smack here in the middle of nowhere. A bunch of people have set up a community here. Wanda sleeps peacefully. Will it still fly?
Oh, yes. She just got banged up a little in the storm. I'll have her up and running again by this afternoon, I'm sure.
Can I fly it?
Well, how's your upper body strength?
It's good. Really good.
This old girl is operated by pulleys. I mean, 100% mechanical. Well, except for the throttle.
I could do that.
I admire your confidence, young man. Yep, just a little bent metal. I'll have her skyworthy again in a matter of hours.
Wow.
I've been doing this a long time, kiddo.
At first, they only observed the truck from a distance. It was an alien carcass, something that made more sense in death than in life. The company had dropped it off in the middle of the day, when everyone was at the plant. They let it sit overnight, alone and strange. Nikki thought it was ridiculous, but Ron approved. To Elmo, the truck was simply beautiful. The town didn't produce much garbage anyway, she said. Who would drive it? And where? The locals had turned to gardening when the company store stopped stocking canned vegetables, so there was very little garbage to be hauled off anymore. Everyone had to agree this was money and attention that would have been better spent addressing the town's drainage problems. Maybe finally getting started on that darn messianic ditch. Messianic, that's it. Messianic ditch. Still, they had a few things to dispose of. Broken flower pots, empty glass bottles, clothes that didn't fit anymore. They gradually fell into the habit of collecting waste and carrying it to the trunk. Once a month, some shadows would come in from the night woods and haul the garbage away on a cart. Elmo gave Rita a tour of the cameras and wiring. She'd just been through a certificate program on public broadcasting at the community college, so no surprises there. Nikki showed her the video databank. James demonstrated the Sandin image processor, and then Ron came barreling in with an urgent expression. Rita had entered the public broadcasting program at Fish Trap Lake Community and Technical College, with a vague desire to be a newscaster. One of her instructors got her excited about pirate television, and she followed threads through TV and activist communities until she found herself here, somehow, volunteering at WEVP-TV. Ron's news was clearly bad news. Rita's heart sank a little as they listened. She knew things were unraveling, knew from experience what that looked like. But as she listened to Ron detail the power company's sudden withdrawal from town affairs, she heard other possibilities. She studied their faces and found concern for sure, but also something like relief, hope, an awakening of play. Nikki looked like she might have been daydreaming. These were people, Rita decided, ready to step out of the company's shadow and build something of their own. Ron said the TV station would still be funded by court order. Could that be their anchor? Ah, slow-mo crow. Six or seven men stood in the sun, about a dozen yards from the ditch, and he could hear them laughing. He tried not to hear them. Instead, he listened to the shovel punching through the dirt as he shaped the trench. It was wet dirt, mud, really. It made a hungry sound as he shaped the trench walls. One man was louder than the rest. He had a nervous laugh that sucked up all the air around him. Here at the bottom of the hollow, there were patches of mud everywhere. Water pooled on the ground just below the surface. That was the danger. Glare from the moon... No. The opposite of that. Glare from the noon sun made his sinuses tingle. The trench was a foot wide now. By the time he was done, he expected it to be about twice that, and run most of the way from the middle of town over to where it could drain off into the creek. The out-of-towner struck his shovel into the dirt and squeezed the bridge of his nose. He sneezed, took a swig from his thermos. The laughter quieted into greedy chuckles, and he could feel the men approaching. At least YouTube Red died. YouTube Red is still around. They just call it YouTube Premium now. And I don't think they fund like YouTube content anymore. Like, part of the idea with the original YouTube Red stuff was we're going to put some of this money back into the community and try to make a higher budget, higher quality stuff. But now it's just the price you pay for ad-free viewing. Georges scanned the shelf. He quickly found the book he was looking for. There were only a few dozen left, more shelves than books now. The result of an experiment called the New Selection. Privately, He called it the Purge. But only privately, in small groups of reliable complainers. The unspoken rule was to hold back criticism as long as possible. Experiments needed time to unfold naturally, without the interference of doubt. George would have preferred to complain more freely. Fraser proposed and executed experiments just like any other community member, but his experiments had a scorched earth quality. They were all destructive. He moved from one area of community life to the next in search of excess to cut back. Lately, he turned his scythe to the library. The new selection meant decimating their stores of books according to Fraser's own inscrutable criteria. Now we are guaranteed something vital every time we take a book from the shelves. No more time lost to printed chaff. Fraser's colorless voice echoed in George's mind. I should have given him a colorless voice. He felt like spitting. Instead, he tucked the book under his arm and set off for the woods. Oh, I got muted. I don't know how long I was muted. Let me use the VOD to repeat what she just said. Really? That's what they wrote? They followed some migrating birds up here from Central America. Somewhere up to Florida. And then here. Colorless voice. Oh. Yeah, you missed some other lines then. Oh, hi, kitty. Where'd you come from, huh? Follow a bird up here? These folks, the one who built this thing, they chased birds too. Yeah, sorry about that. I've got this foot thing that mutes the microphone. And sometimes I hit it accidentally with my foot. Because my foot is huge. And it does hit it on accident. I have it there so when I need to cough, I can just tap it with my foot and cough and then unmute it. But sometimes I hit it on accident. Like just a second ago. Wow, how'd you get out of there? I was able to climb a tree, and from there I spotted a secret path. Then what happened? Then I found a library of television. There were TVs everywhere. As soon as you walked in the door, every channel was playing at once. I had one eyeball pointed at a cooking show and the other at a crime show. If I had stayed any longer, I would have split into 1,000 different people. Wow, glad you got out of there. Yeah, but now I kind of miss it. I was traveling with some strange companions for a while, too, but not as strange as yours. There was a strange woman who I think was a witch. She gave me a magical amulet for protection, but I lost it. By far my most memorable companions were the Martians. They were silly and lazy and I think a little drunk, but I found them charming in their own way in the end. I got to ride in a big truck and a tugboat. Then we both had quite an adventure.
We should stick together. It's a nice idea, but you should stay with your friends. I think they still need your help.
These poor horses. It shouldn't have happened. Should have prepared better. All of us.
But most of all, that dang company who built this place. They left it only half built when they pulled out of town. Dang shame.
Junebug and Johnny strained to hear the noise coming from the well. There's that weird, sleepy singing again. 2 songs overlapping, but the same singers in each group. Think the truck's okay down there? Sure, I doubt any thief could get it started. A slithering sound from somewhere in the grass. His headstone has no name on it. Maybe it was his choice. So it's good they honored his wishes. Still, burial's not only for the dead. The seer reclined high in a tree, carving fine details into a small wooden pipe. She loved this spot, the height, the distance. She was always at a distance, watching everyone work. From this height, she could see the earth movers shaping the mounds under the draftsman's supervision. She could see him inspecting his plan, the drawing he'd made from her game, the map. Poor horses.
What kind of fish are those? They're goldfish. They eat algae and mosquito eggs. Very helpful. Sounds like a good job. Yes, it does. My job today is to write this poem. Who's it for? It's for the neighbors.
These folks, the ones who built this thing, they chased birds too. Yeah, I gotta use birds. Why the horse is dead. It's from the events of the previous stream, the big storm. Well, the mailbox says 5 Dogwood Drive.
Is there a doormat? Sometimes a key's under a doormat. What am I saying? Strange to say, but I feel like I've been here before. Anyone else? It just showed up. The house?
When?
Sometime last night, I think. Never noticed it before.
It feels warmer in here somehow, right? Warmer and brighter.
Nobody lives here?
Well, somebody ordered some furniture.
It's actually quite spacious.
Bigger than it looks. The light in here is pretty great, actually. I could set up a new workshop here. Could fix TVs again, or whatever people needed. Heck, I could fix toasters.
I'd love to perform in a place like this. It's sunset.
I kind of feel like I'm on stage right now, actually. Know what I mean, ma'am? Yeah, but who's the audience? Everybody's leaving. You think more people will come after these people leave? More people will come. There's something about this place. We saved what we could.
Hey, cat, I'll race you. From here to that pile of mail, okay? Come stand here. This is the starting line. Ready? Get set. Hey, you son of a gun. All right. I guess cats play that by their own rules, huh?
What's this? Oh, man, it's totally broken. Waterlogged tapes. Might still play, who knows? But all the VCRs are shot. I don't even know where to put all this. Hate to call it trash. Wonder if that garbage truck still works. Nice little setup you've got.
Yeah, it's all right. Many afternoons have come and gone right here, listening to the radio, taking a break from some maintenance work.
How's she looking anyway?
Oh, I'll have her up and running again this afternoon, no problem. Just a couple of bends in the wrong places. It's just lucky I have all the parts here. Difficult to mail order with no roads. To tell you the truth, I've long suspected the reason Cass never wanted any roads here was just to keep the horses safe. And now... hello.
Marianne nudges Wanda gently.
Wanda, time to wake up.
Nope. Dead to the world.
Just try again later, I guess. There's really never been a road to this place? Why not?
Gentle cooing.
That's what I figured.
A few chitters.
Haha, why?
A detailed series of chitters.
I guess we could. Sounds like a lot of work.
One confident caw.
You're right. I'll think about it.
No, miss. They don't scare me at all. If you met them, you'd feel the same way, I'm sure. I don't believe old George would ever hurt us. Kind of a bit of a bookworm as far as I can tell. I leave the radio on for him at night. Seems to like the AM call-in shows, but just out of tune. What is it about the radio they love? They all love it. Tell you the truth, feel a little bad I won't be here to care for them anymore. Isn't that something? For me, it's back on the road, performance in Nashville. Play music with a friend in a small bar. We've performed together before. He sings beautifully, but sadly. With everyone gone, who will feed these ghosts?
Choppy seas today, Captain. Aye, Captain. Let's reinforce the sails.
Clyde lay on his back, on the runway, hands folded behind his head, halfway between dreams and the afternoon sun. He entertained the momentary delusion that he'd survived a plane crash and was vaguely unhappy when the dream faded. The runway smelled like oil, years of leaky light, aircraft taking off and landing. All the state said they wanted was to knock down some trees, many trees, and build a road tying this small town to the larger web of streets and highways that entombed the rest of the country. It would bring in new goods, new people, maybe even some cash from tourism. Many of the residents supported the idea. But Clyde and his inner circle of stunt pilots turned mail carriers knew that a road would be the end of their secluded paradise. Oh, hi, kitty. Yes, it's a beautiful day. Guess the weather was pretty bad last night, though. You're a chatty one, aren't you? Sure, whatever you say. Yeah, I'd be worried about that, too.
Well, it isn't just the rodents. Floors are mostly rotted, I think. You'll fall right through. I'm surprised they're still standing after last night.
All the buildings?
No, most of them have good bones. It's just these ones the power company built that are rotten.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the power company moved in here a while back and set it up like their own little town. For the workers.
Well, they didn't build them too good, huh?
It's garbage. They couldn't be bothered. I lived in that one over there, in fact, when I first came here to work at the power plant.
Oh, yeah?
I wouldn't set foot in there now, though.
Mr. Jackson, I give her the $2. Apologies for my tardiness. I was catching mons. Hope you got some good mons. Like a Blastoise. Can you catch those? There's got to be somewhere you can catch a Blastoise. I know usually you evolve them, but you can catch a Blastoise, right? Actually, you did get a Blastoise. Congratulations. Great mon. Rita tore up weeds. Elmo stood next to her with a bucket. She passed him the uprooted weeds, and he stuffed them in the bucket. They worked this way for a few hours. Dark clouds drifted slowly closer, but wouldn't arrive until evening. Rita and Elmo left to get some tea. The bucket of weeds sat warming in the sun. The dandelions wilted and the clover dried. Some wayward insects continued to eat. When Rita and Elmo returned, they assumed the same roles and continued working. The garden was coming along well as they could hope, given months of neglect. When the plant shut down, the company abruptly pulled out of the area and took a large part of the town's population with it. This included the Carver family, who had tended this garden, the largest and most productive in town for years. Now the garden would be cared for by a new family, and feed what was left of the town, and whatever it became next. They didn't know much about gardening, but they were prepared to learn on the job. They knew for sure they would plant tomatoes. Those had grown well from this garden in the past. Rita and Elmo worked until it started to rain. The rain washed their sweat into the dirt.
until finally it just gave away. But you did good work. It's not your fault. They didn't let you finish, that's all. If they let you finish, oh, forget about it. This place would be dry as a bone. You always did good work. It's a memorial.
Some of these are really old.
Maybe we should open them.
Haha! He says not to open other people's mail, kid.
I know what he said. But if they're not even here to open it themselves?
I won't tell a soul.
Heavier than they look. Sure, everyone's heavier after they've passed. It's only natural. Spirit has no weight. In fact, it lifts us up a little. Oh, it's you again. Yeah, well, feel free to pitch in. I'm sure this would go a lot quicker with two of us on it. Busy, huh? What, left a sunbeam up unslept in? Suit yourself. I'll be here. Does it work? I don't know. I think you wind it here. No, it doesn't work. I could probably fix it. Oh, you could definitely fix it, man. Then you'd have a new robot friend. And then I'd have a new robot friend. Look at this place. The library. Yeah, what a mess. I basically like this building's only next to kin. I don't think anyone else, nobody living, has spent as much time exploring it. There was a pantry in here somewhere, stacked full of canned papaya. I like that kind of history, the lived-in details. That's how you know people have always been people, always made choices. Nothing was inevitable. Yeah, this is a special place. I feel a little guilty. But it's time to move on, you know? For me, anyway.
Junebug and Johnny walk up.
Oh, hi. Hey, aren't you,
Yes, I am.
We were talking about the library. Is this your family?
Ezra looks at Johnny. Sure we are, right, ma'am?
No, sure we are, right, ma'am?
Whatever you say, Cricket.
Ron dug a grave. Hey, this book's in pretty good shape. The City of Ladies. Interesting. And ever since then, I've just been treating it like a little cafe for the town. Oh, yeah? You like to cook? Sure, I'd make you some waffles that'd blow your mind if the power was back on. If you want, and you promise to keep a secret, I'll pass on my waffle recipe before I head out.
Why so secretive?
Wrong voice. Why so secretive? The mystery adds to the flavor. Well, I know I'm not sticking around. Think you'll do anything with this place? Alright, people gotta eat, right? Well, some people. "3A. Lay paper flat. 3B. Bring bottom left corner up to top right corner. 3C. Crease with firm, steady pressure along diagonal fold. Nikki applied only gentle pressure. Looser flowers felt more alive. She rolled her wrists. It was the 6th hour of her assigned company store shift, and she'd made dozens of flowers. Ron had bought a bouquet and cleaned out their stock that afternoon. 11. Repeat steps 4A-7 for each petal, taking care not to rip the filaments from step 9. She put Ron's bouquet down in the sales ledger as romantic bouquet, but really he was just buying in bulk at a small discount. Since the company started allowing resident workers to donate paper flowers to Aunt Connie for civic enthusiasm points, exchangeable for sick days, they had become kind of a shadow currency for local trade. A commotion outside caught Nikki's attention. Men yelling. Blows landing. She put down her work and stepped out just in time to see the crowd disappear. Alright, well, take it easy. Yeah, you got it. Oh yeah, the City of Ladies. Interesting. No, I've never read it either. Good question. Let's take a look. Here we go. Minerva, Circe, Sappho. And some ladies from the Bible. Think they all get together and build a city. Sounds nice. I'll get us a bus ticket, eh? Clyde and Cass sat cross-legged in the shade of a light aircraft. Cass shuffling cards and Clyde absently flipping through a stack of unopened letters. Cass played cards and told fortunes with the same deck. Sometimes she'd switch it up mid-game or mid-divination, until you never knew whether you were winning or losing, or if good luck in the game might mean bad luck in some other part of your life. She'd predicted the decline of the circus, of course, and of course, nobody had believed her. There were 3 dervish brothers. 2 were women. The oldest had flown a reconnaissance plane at the tail end of the war, then returned home to teach his younger sisters the art of trick flying. None of them were gifted pilots, but they were fearless. Demand for aerial stunts having faded almost completely, and many of their company having died or aged out of the profession. Clyde and Cass found for their remaining pilots a steady flow of contract work, delivering mail to remote rural areas. But this place was abandoned. Cass's cards predicted they'd been here for quite a while. Yeah, I'll miss them for sure. Beautiful creatures, and so thoughtful.
I bet. Where do you think you'll go?
Oh, I don't know. For now, I'm just poking around the rubble.
Emily pulls a broken projector out of the rubble.
Elmo's projector. Oh, it's ruined. Poor Elmo. He'll be devastated. Nah, he'll be cool with it. Takes a lot to perturb that guy.
Emily pulls a videotape out of the rubble.
The label's all muddy. Looks like... oh, it's cave art. Cool. Who knows if it'll play, though. Very little I can salvage here. Wouldn't mean anything anyway. It's just kind of a package deal. Need the tapes, the station, the people. If one part's missing, the whole thing falls apart. Where are you flying to?
Flying? Just checking to see if everything's working okay.
You could fly her somewhere if you wanted to, though, right?
Of course.
So why don't you?
Here we go. Keep your distance now.
Yeah. Go, Clyde, go.
She watched him. She stood in her own shadow. A few deer hunters and talkers walked past, but said nothing to the seer. Didn't even look. She studied the path. This was the path the seer found in her scrying game. A series of private dice rolls and inscrutable diagrams. At the end of the route, she'd seen a safe, quiet place, caverns of leathery black birds, a lake of eyeless fish, a towering flame. Now the diver walked the mounds, memorizing the route. He was almost ready.
Wow. Seems to be working okay. Julian's gonna love this. Oh. Yeah, it's amazing. I even lived in there for a bit.
No way.
Yeah, too drafty. Moved out one winter and never looked back.
It gets cold?
Sure, when the sun is down. Nice old church, though.
Really nice. Could make a nice workshop.
There you go.
A lizard darts out from beneath a rock. Look at those boys.
Hey, y'all. Thanks for sticking around for this. I know we've all got places to... Well, if anybody still needs somewhere to go, be sure to speak up, all right, okay? I think Ron's heading through the woods tonight, back to the road, if you want a caravan. You staying, Em?
No, this is Ron talking.
You staying, Em? Yeah, sure, I'll stay. At least for a while. I just want to make sure everyone has somewhere to go. For right now, though, We've got some friends to bury. The neighbors. Nikki has a poem, and I have a song. If anyone wants to say anything, though, I'll go first. The neighbors were kind, gentle, beautiful horses. I used to go on walks with the silver one, out in the woods by... Why didn't anybody ever give them names? The silver one. Well, I guess he was gray, but his coat looked silver in the light. So I always called him that in my head. And the other one is the other one. And I loved these horses, but you'd never know it if you heard me talking about them like that. So I'm sorry, Silver One and Other One. Sorry I don't have better names for you. You deserved better names. And sorry I'm so bad at this. Anybody else have anything to say?
I've got something to say. I just want to say these horses used to crap on my floors. But never bothered me too much. Never mentioned it to anyone. Didn't want to make a thing out of it. But if we're clearing the air, well, that happened. And it's okay. I mean, recently, too. I was cleaning up horse crap just a couple days ago. But I'm saying it was okay. Would have been okay if any of you wanted to crap on my floors. I just want to say that. I would have cleaned up after any of you if you crapped on my floor.
Thanks, Ron. I was thinking about when all those canned carrots showed up in the mail. You all remember that? Somebody was calling around with some canned carrots they wanted to get rid of, and I guess Consolidated Power got word of it. So these cans of carrots showed up in the mail, and we didn't know where they came from at first. I tried some out. No flavor to them. Some of them are gray, just awful. Rita said that that's still okay to eat. Like, sometimes carrots just lose their color if they sit in a can too long, but nobody wanted them, really. Well, Aunt Connie came on TV with a message like, "Hope the horses are enjoying their treat." And we thought, okay, these are for the neighbors, sure. Horses love carrots, right? But the neighbors wouldn't touch him, wouldn't even look at him. You'd think they were canned rocks. We opened a couple dozen and set them out by the water trough, and they were still there a day later. Even the raccoons steered clear. Then, of course, Consolidated sent us an invoice for every can we'd open, already made out in company script. How do you like that? Okay, I guess we better move on. Nikki, you ready? Thanks for sticking around. Like Emily said, it's so good to have you all here for this. I know some people had to leave already. I don't judge anyone for that. Maya, you and our other visitors might not know about the out-of-towner. He came here to work for the company, to dig a ditch. And the company worked him good and hard, and for less than he was worth, but it wasn't enough. They had to use him up completely. After that, we became ungovernable, first out of shame, then grief, then anger. This is a poem for the neighbors, but it's also for this town. Yeah, we're going to bury this town today, when we bury these horses. It's the same thing. We're going to bury these horses, and what do you think will happen next? We'll all walk into the woods and leave this place empty. No, I guess some of us might stay and build again. That's all right. Couldn't be me. But to try is your birthright. If you do stay, you'll be building on top of a grave. But that's true anywhere. Whole world is built on top of graves. Look for me under your boot soles, as the fella says. Nikki clears her throat and begins reading from the paper she's holding. I think the grass will never grow again. Here, where it grew so sweet, now only clay. We'll rise to meet the morning air. Who would eat grass now, when our neighbors sleeping lay?
Nikki's hands tremble a bit as she reads from the paper. Our neighbors were the best of us, of course. It's always so, our better selves, clear of ourselves, where we can see their glory glow. They glow now underground, our friends, with love. To greener pastures, we say, but lie. So let me try instead to share your woe. Here where we lay our town and friends to rest. May yet some day a new and hale grass grow. Then we buried the horses.
I've heard of a land of joy and peace and wonderful life. A beautiful place of mansions fair and skies so bright, where all who believe the Savior dear forever shall stay.
The horses were Christian, I want you to know. The horses needed a Christian burial. These horses are going to heaven.
I'm going that way. Yes, dear, the Savior I adore is with me each day.
This is the song that does it. This gets them into heaven. Did the horses repent? They did not, but this song was enough to do it.
Just singing praises all day long. I'm going that way. Well, glorious news I tell and sing as onward I go.
Horses can receive the gift of salvation. Yeah, these horses, they're going to heaven.
My Savior may know.
Nothing you can do to stop it.
I want them to sing that praise above some beautiful day. For glory to Him who died for me, I'm going that way.
God, ghosts. Yeah, all the people who died in this town. Showing up for their fallen comrades. All these people are in purgatory now, but the horses, they're going to heaven.
Oh, I believe that when we meet, well done, He'll say. While trusting my soul redeemed in love, I'm going that way. I'm going that way. I'm going that way. Yes, dear, the Savior I adore is with me each day.
Horses don't carry the burden of original sin, but these horses did commit sins knowingly and therefore need penance. Yeah, they're horses. Give them a little break.
I'm going that way.
There they go. That's Kentucky Route Zero. Well, we reached the end. Oh, those poor horses. You know, when horses are babies, they cannot make any sounds. No neighs, not a peep. Excuse me, I've seen baby horses, and I've heard what they had to say. That's incorrect. I've heard them like... You get real close to them, and it's... Remember, I just sat there for 30 minutes or so thinking about the whole thing after that ending. Yeah, this final chapter is extraordinary. I mean, I think the whole game is extraordinary, but this last chapter really ties all the themes up, really ties the whole thing together, and just a beautiful presentation. Speed run for this game is 13 minutes. Could try it. 13 minutes. No. I don't know what to do for the next half hour. Yeah, we're done. One of my favorite games of all time. What an extraordinary thing. Highly recommend playing this for anyone who liked what they saw here. It's a deeply moving experience. I love so much about how this game is put together. I feel like there's some ideas that you can get across in writing and in words, and then there are some ideas in which you can only really be presented in these sorts of metaphors and moods, and I've just never experienced like a piece of art that communicated what this game is communicating as well as this game does. Half hour Alf speed run. I probably won't do a half hour of Alf speed run. I've been last couple days, in addition to like working on my animation, I've been putting together stuff for a couple of projects. One of them is just another Blu-ray I'm going to be putting out with an assortment of FilmCow videos on it. And the other is I want to start doing more live streams, mostly on Twitch, where I've just got a variety of FilmCow videos playing live, sometimes with commentary and what have you. So I've been putting together that collection. I've dug up a bunch of old stuff and gotten everything into the same format. Got a hard drive with it all now. Hundreds of video files.
There's so many video files. One of the things that gave me the impetus to start doing this right now was just a couple days ago, YouTube removing ferrets from the website, saying that ferrets was going against their hate speech policy. Just, I think an AI flagged it. I appealed the thing, and immediately I got a rejection back, like within 3 minutes or something. So I think it was another AI who rejected the appeal. So I've contacted my multi-channel network, and they're trying to get someone on YouTube to do a manual review. So I thought it was probably a good time to get some of my stuff on physical media. Why are they taking down old videos? Yeah, this one's from like 2008. But they are running their AI through a bunch of old stuff. I know more specifically, like recently Stephanie Sterling had a bunch of videos taken down. Videos where she had been critical of the of loot boxes and stuff as gambling mechanics, and YouTube took it down for promoting gambling, which is obviously wrong. But the AI doesn't know. It's bad at its job, and it wouldn't, honestly, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing to have a bot going through videos and doing these moderation decisions, because there's so many videos on YouTube. Like, it's not really possible for a human being to go through them all manually. But they should have, like, an actual appeals process. Especially with, like, long-standing channels. Like, you would think that there would be some level of trust. There's a channel that's been around for, like, almost 2 decades. Like, you would think that they would have a process to have a human being look at an appeal, but no. Nope. When they uploaded a video criticizing that, she thinks it may have gotten watched by someone on YouTube, because the next day those videos were allowed back up. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Hopefully the same thing ends up happening with ferrets. Otherwise, the only way you'll be able to watch it is through the Patreon or the Blu-ray. Shouldn't be based more on people making complaints. No, I mean that's super easy to abuse. Like, you're just, if you base it on that, then you're basically allowing anyone with enough money to hire bots to take down any video. Think YouTube wants anyone to upload videos anymore? Yeah, YouTube wants stuff on their platform, but they don't want
they don't really care what it is as long as it meets the metrics they're going for. And they also want as little possible friction with advertisers. You know, YouTube's a business run by one of the largest corporations in the world. All of their decisions are entirely profit-based. I just wish that they were also, I don't know. Like, I understand the capitalistic nature of this platform. I just wish it was run a little bit better. I just wish they would invest a tiny amount of money into making problems solvable. Because they have, you know, they have something, it's called the Partner Program. So they have a collection of people uploading to YouTube whom they have a business relationship with, and there is inherently some level of trust to this relationship because YouTube will run ads on videos that these people upload. And although I understand that, like, they don't have the resources to have humans review every single video that's uploaded to the platform, they definitely have the resources to allow a human review of appeals from their partners. Like, that seems like a minimal. It's also insane that if someone takes down your video with a copyright claim, you have to send that person all your info to appeal it. Yeah, I mean, it's, if you have a business address, then, and a business phone number, that's less of a dire thing to have happen, but it's bad how the DMCA works. YouTube hides behind that a lot too in a way that I think is dishonest. So YouTube will say that they're just complying with a legal request. They'll constantly pretend that this is like not a decision that they've made. But here's the thing, the whole process, the entire process that goes on with the copyright stuff, that's to remove liability from them. That's so that they are not liable. They are not legally liable for copyright infringement if they follow that process. They're not legally required to follow that process. It's just they completely remove liability from themselves if they follow that process. I'm gonna grab that hard drive I was talking about. 1 second. Hard drive. Oh wait, no, don't turn off. What the heck? My Steam Deck turned off. Son of a gun. I want to hear that droning. here's my hard drive. Got all these cool folders. Yeah, let's see about large icons. Yeah, these are the audio projects. Here's my animations. They have icons on my Mac. They don't have icons here for some reason. Look at all these animations. 180 in this folder. So all the prop videos, a lot of traffic cones. They're all traffic cone based. My live action projects. The feature films, got old projects. We can watch Mr. Happy Face. Could put on Mr. Happy Face. Various ads. What is this one video have an icon? That's really weird. Oh, some of these do. What's the Titusville Culture Report? Banned videos, Blu-ray. Well, only one of my videos is banned. Make more culture reports. Well, I didn't make the culture reports. That was Chris. You'll have to ask Chris about that. Yep. So a bunch of these will be on the Blu-ray, and then I've got the live program that's going to be happening. Chris make more culture reports. I've told him anytime he wants to make more culture reports, I'll put them up on FilmCow Extra. What Nick's bugs? Nick's World of Bugs.
Hey, I'm Nick, and welcome to my world of bugs. Welcome back. Your first bug for the day is a honeybee. As you can see, I'm sure you already know a lot about them. You've probably seen them in your backyard plenty of times. They're pretty important to have around, otherwise we wouldn't have plants. Shouldn't ever hate on bees. A lot of people are afraid of bees and they hate them and they run away from them, but you know, bees are our friends. You know, it's a good thing to have around. All right, the second bug I'll show you today is as you can tell, it looks like a spider, which it is a spider. Actually, it looks more like a crab. That's actually the spiny orb weaver spider. If the male is interested in mating with the female, he'll kind of enter the edge of the web, and he'll do like this 4-tap rhythm. Kind of like that, and if he gets it right and the female is impressed, she'll invite him over. First, what she does is she straps him down, like pretty much handcuffs him to her web, and then she proceeds to fuck him for the next 35 minutes.
Language. And
if she wants more, she'll continue after that, and pretty much just leaves him strapped to her web for a long time until he dies of exhaustion from all the fucking. All right, the third bug I'm going to show you today is a lizard. Yeah, lizards aren't really bugs, but there's so many lizards around that I have to take their picture. Because, you know, I mean, just look at that face. You know, they're pretty cute. And now for Nick's bug of the week. the grasshopper. I chose this as the bug of the week because of how cool it looks. It's one of my favorite pictures. You just check out its design. It's all that pink and purple in its wing and all that, you know, black polka dots. It's just really cool looking. And there you have it, the bug of the week. Well, that's it for this week. Be sure to stop by next time and I'll show you some more bugs.
Thank you, Nick. Nick's World of Bugs. So many weeks of bugs to catch up on. Yeah, I wish that series had gone on longer. My favorite bug was the lizard. One of my favorite ongoing FilmCow jokes is just calling things that are not bugs, bugs. Never gets old. Can't get enough of it. Top tier bug. It is top tier bug. Oh, yeah, I've got the original, the cloak here. Every once in a while, someone will say, "Hey, you should make the cloak too." I'm like, guess what? The cloak you are referring to is the cloak 2. There was a different cloak originally. It takes place on Mars. Takes place on Mars. It's not very good. Yeah, we're not going to watch it because it's embarrassing, but it's not very good. The writing is well, it was a very early project of mine. So the writing, it's the jokes, it's like someone will get their leg chopped off and they'll be like, "Well, that wasn't very nice." Played it once before. Yeah, I've showed it off on Newgrounds. You can watch it on Newgrounds. It's not very good. But yeah, I have a couple of my Newgrounds videos added to this list, so do some sort of old video stream at some point. Seems like a very Newgrounds type thing. Yeah, it super is. Got the 2 Eduardo Spatula Hands videos. God. Richard Crumb, World of Dentists. World of Dentists should have its own Blu-ray release. Should watch Ferrets. I actually think that might get my account in genuine trouble. I do think that they track, like, because they have a print of the video. Like, they know when the video, like, what the video is. So I think if I played that on stream, it actually would get my channel a strike for evading a ban. So I cannot show that video on my own channel. Not allowed. That video is illegal. Yep. Still have the cards for 1,000-Year FilmCow Wars. I've still got a deck of that somewhere, yeah. I don't remember how to play it, though. It's been too long. It's been too long! Here it is, ferrets. Can't play that one. I can play, let's see. Got a lot of videos. I've done a lot of stuff, it turns out. Turns out I've made quite a few of these. Oh no, here comes Battle Monopoly. Battle Monopoly. Yeah, I got that in the feature film section. Here it is, Nick the feature film. Oh, actually, I'm glad that you're here, Robert. I want to show you something. I saw this online recently. Someone... and I couldn't re-find the post. Where the heck is it? Okay, I found it. Someone did some fan art. How's the ferrets thing going? Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna hear anything until Monday at the earliest, so tomorrow. Someone commissioned an artist to take these characters from this game I'm not familiar with and do not remember the name of, and have them playing Battle Monopoly from Nick the feature film. Apologies to the artist. I was trying to find the post again, but I couldn't. So I don't actually know who the artist is. So it's sincerest apologies, but it's just very funny seeing my dining room and the Battle Monopoly stuff going on here. If anyone knows what game this is, I do not remember. They mentioned it in the post, but I couldn't find the post again. And this just happened. It's very funny to me that in 2026 someone's drawing some Nick the feature film art. I like that top hat outfit. It's a good outfit. One relatively new thing I've done. There is one thing in Detective Heart of America, the Final Freedom, that has bugged me for a long time now, and I've fixed it finally, because I'm planning on doing a new DVD and Blu-ray release for Detective Heart of America, The Final Freedom. No, whatever. We're seeing it here first. Now you might think, what are you talking about, Jason? What's different? And I'll show you. It's been a extremely minor continuity problem. I had not realized when we filmed this scene that in the background there's an American flag on a pole. And of course, at this point in the movie, this is FUG, not the United States of America. Now, in my head, I've justified this by imagining that Heart of America put up an American flag before talking to Brendan. But I had just not noticed that there was an American flag in the background there. Well, but the new version, it's gone.
Leaving someone.
It's all of my this barn.
Gotten rid of it. It's not very noticeable. No, it's not like a large problem. Make it bigger like the one in Spider-Man 3. I gotta add the exact Spider-Man 3 flag. Should replace Brendan with a CGI model. New improved 3D Brendan. There's the photo on Brendan's face. That's Brendan. It's Brendan. One interesting thing with Nick the Feature Film, and this is only going to be interesting to me. For some reason, in this section, right at the end, in the end credits, my original video file copy of this got corrupted.
I usually walk this way. They're pretty good. They're really spicy.
This
though,
right
so,
here.
You know, you're not supposed to eat it all at once.
This got corrupted.
It's not that bad. Tell me more about this.
But I repaired it. I had to go and find another source of the movie and remove the compression and restore it. And I have restored it. I put a tremendous amount of work into restoring the end shot from Nick the Feature Film for a upcoming Blu-ray release. This is going to get a Blu-ray release. Be a new version of Nick the Feature Film available on Blu-ray. Maybe as a special feature I can include all of the Battle Monopoly footage. I can include 100% of the Battle Monopoly footage. Just gonna release the Battle Monopoly cut. That's what the people have been asking for. They have been asking for this in particular, yeah. Alright, that'll be it for tonight. Special thanks to the FilmCow Patreon supporters. Greatly appreciate the support. Be back tomorrow. I think I forgot to update the end screen. Yeah, it's not Kentucky Route Zero tomorrow. We're playing more of the Cheetah Girls game. Playing more Cheetah Girls tomorrow. Hope to see you for that. That'll be it for tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a great night, everyone. A great morning, afternoon, evening. Whatever it is, wherever you are, have a good one. Farewell, everyone. I love you all.